Oh, yeah, there he is. There he is. Why can't I hear you? Hold on 1 second. Sound setting. What am I doing here? Hello? Speak? Speak? Hold on 1 second. Speak? Speak.
Hello.
Oh,
Oh
oh there we go. There we go. The volume was turned to zero.
my God.
Oh my god. I was about to
What?
say we're back. We're back in the jungle now.
Go
Deal with
on.
these
Why are you so
nonsense
grumpy
people.
this morning? Why
Because
are
you're
you
a
got so
fucking
grumpy?
prick.
Oh, shut up.
You drag me out of bed. You arrive late. You start showing me
8:30.
pictures of
It's 8:30 there.
Yeah, 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
that. What time do you usually sleep until?
I don't know. 8:45. Nah, it was a bit cloudy today. So I felt like snuggling into my blankets and
You sound a bit stuffy as well, if I may say. So you okay? Is everything you a bit under the weather?
winter's coming in. We're getting some cold winds coming through. Winter is coming, as they say.
They do say that. It's a great day.
It's a great day. You're looking good. Got
Thank you.
a light on you. You had your. What are you recording off?
My laptop.
Ah, yeah, okay. You had that cinematic thing where it had blurred out the back.
Yeah, because I'm in my hotel room and I don't want you to see the corpse. And then I also wanted to play that joke where I changed the backgrounds on you because I thought that was funny.
Ah, that was
It was a whole
hilarious.
thing.
That was
Yeah, it was a whole
hilarious.
thing. It was a whole thing.
Okay, the fights. I only got to see the main card because Izzy had a workout, so we had to during
Okay.
while the main card was going on, so we had to stay off our phones and wait till after he finished training. Would have liked, I don't know, some more finishes or something.
Yeah, I can tell you as someone who was in the arena, um,
What
it
time
felt
did
like the
main card
crowd
start in the arena for you guys?
ate something. The main event finished at like midnight or 25 past 12.
Standard.
Yeah, but it was like I don't. There weren't many finishes on the card. I mean,
What
Gunnar
was the
Nelson had
vibe
a
in the
great.
arena like?
It felt to me like sometimes when you're there in some of those crowds where they're really good, you can tell like they want to explode and they're
Yeah.
just waiting for something to happen that they can react to. And they're just like, so in the fifth round where Leon started landing some shots, you could hear like the crowd starting to build, starting to build, starting to build. And then it's just like never really happened for him.
Yeah, and I
So
guess
blue
kind of
balls.
submission
It
didn't
felt like blue
really.
balls.
I guess a submission doesn't really have that same pop as a knockout.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, I think, yeah, it doesn't because it's like not instantaneous, you know?
But talking about the main event, brilliant game plan from Leon and the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt like without altitude playing a factor, that first round when Leon got to show some of his grappling and some of his takedown defense, I felt like
Yeah.
you'd see more of that first round of part two throughout the fight of part three, and that whole game plan of the 2-on-1, making sure that
Yeah.
Kamaru never got his hands together was
Game
what
changer.
won the fight.
Yeah,
That
for
was what
sure. It
gave him
was
the
really
fight right
impressive.
there. Yeah.
And I was also impressed with like not only that, but physically Kamari looks like the stronger of the two.
They
But the
both
ability
looked
of
in
Leon,
incredible shape, though. I mean, there would have been
they
like
did
5%, 6% body fat or whatever, just like myself. So,
similar. Not yeah, I was about to say it's similar to yourself. But if you think like the way that Leon was able to like turn in the clinch and push, God, that was pretty impressive to me. Usually that's
yeah.
where Kamari can kind of shine.
And straight away, he got
Um,
him thinking. He got the PTSD in from that head kick, trying to condition him to the body.
it did. I mean, also, was it not in the first round? He like kicked him in the body and he fucking like floored him with it. That was like pretty wild. And then he just sort of
Floored him.
well,
What
I
do you
just
mean floored him?
he like went to the ground. He like tried to bounce back, and it like almost pushed him onto the ground. If I can remember right, I'm pretty sure I did.
I can't remember that. I can't remember that.
Well,
Probably
anyway,
probably happened. Probably happened. But
but
yeah.
I thought Leon did was amazing. I thought it was a masterclass. Which rounds did you have it? How did you score it?
Oh, I didn't have a problem with the scoring. I mean, Leon was landing more shots. Oh, he's so savage with that oblique kick too. He was doing it so
Yeah,
fast.
to his bad knees as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ouch, ouch.
He also kicked him in the dick about 10 times.
There were some fouls, but I think they said on the broadcast that's because he was like backing away from the kick as well.
Yeah, and I
But
think
I guess
from whatever stances they were in, but it was also like the fence grab, which
fence
I thought was
grab.
actually
Yeah, but he
covered by
lost the point,
players.
which was a big deal. I
Yeah, and
felt
I
like
thought
it
that
should
was
have been. I felt like it should have been like hard warning and position given away to Kamaru.
yeah, it was funny. I was listening to Colby on Submission Radio earlier, and he was saying that if he was offered the point taken away or being given the position, he would take being given the position. He
No, because the
wouldn't
point
didn't.
gives you the round. Because if you know that Leon's not going to be some fish out of water when it comes to grappling, and he can reverse and he can get back to his feet, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean, take the point because that
So
gives you
you're disagreeing with Colby Covington, is what you're saying?
yeah.
The professional fighter.
Yeah, well, I just explained. I explained my reasoning. That makes sound sense, does it not?
I would also take the point
Yeah, it gives you the
because,
round.
well, also especially in a 3 round fight, you basically guaranteed yourself
Yeah,
minimum draw. Yeah,
yeah.
as long as you well.
I mean,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Unless Colby is that confident that if he gets Leon to the ground and Leon will never get back up, or like you know what I mean, or
Well, he
but
said he could finish the fight from there. Do you think he could?
Colby's not really a submission specialist, is he?
Think you're being pretty harsh on Colby there, man. I think he's one of the fucking with you. Yeah, no, I don't know. Colby's like a decision guy, really.
Yeah, and I would say strength wise, Leon could have the edge when it comes to who's stronger. Just looking at the
True,
physique and the builds and the cardio. Yeah,
true,
I
but
mean, like Leon's not that same guy that from all those years back. Like, I mean,
yeah,
yeah, we're dealing with a serious champion.
but also it looks like to me, like Kamaru's takedowns were a little bit slow. Like not to say that Leon, beat a worthless Kamaru by any stretch of the imagination, but I felt like Kamaru's takedowns were a little bit labored, a little bit slower than they usually would. And Colby's will be faster, right? Colby will also be a bit more relentless about not letting go, I think. I
Mm,
think Kamaru, once he couldn't get the hands, would sort of get to the clinch and then separate to restart everything. I think Colby will just kind of keep diving on legs. So that's where the next fight interests me a little bit is can Leon out chain like cut the chain wrestling.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Have to. Yeah, his cardio would have to be the best it's ever been coming into that Colby fight. Did you know about the whole Colby thing coming in for the backup?
Ahead of time, no, not until he weighed him.
How do they
It
keep
was
that under wraps?
I don't know. It was very hard to do, very impressive. But I know they had Colby staying at a separate hotel. I know he had loads of security with him, and they just brought him in and got him right back out. So it wasn't like he was walking around London,
So
really.
Colby's last fight was what, Jorge?
Yeah, last March, a year ago.
That's right, we were there. You've dragged me out of bed this early morning.
You could have said no.
I'm a professional. Nah, I'm just taking a piss. I'm fine.
Okay.
Ouch. Yeah, so a bit of drama with the whole Colby thing, getting the next shot since he has. I guess he's not technically sat out since he got assaulted by street Judas Justice.
The one thing about the Colby thing is, and I actually don't really give a fuck if he's the next guy that fights for the title because I think that's a good fight. So I don't really care that he skipped the line or anything. The one thing that I think is a bit of a misplace by the UFC is if you're Dana, why be like, no, he's absolutely getting the next shot? Why wouldn't you at least take a couple of weeks and be like, hey, if Masvidal pulls out of the bag, maybe we do that and sort of build the Masvidal Gilbert fight, make that worth something. Because now the way they're talking, it's like, well, it doesn't matter if Masvidal wins. So it's like that fight doesn't matter. But it's like if you just kind of pretended like, oh, we're gonna if Masvidal flying knees him, him and Leon, that backstory, that's really
So
interesting.
what?
But they
Still
didn't.
guarantee it to Colby behind closed doors, but build hype for
Yeah,
the co-main by saying that it could be the winner of that fight if something
yeah.
crazy
Why
happens.
not? It's just
Yeah,
very,
that's
it's
that
very,
that that is the smarter move. That
it's
is
just
the
very rare
smarter
that
move.
you ever
Yeah.
hear Dana being like, he is next no matter what. It's just rare you hear that. So why, you don't have to do that. Just say, yeah, it looks like him. But
I don't know. Maybe he's just flexing his authority, even though it doesn't need to. Yeah, even though it doesn't need to. But yeah, good fight.
we'll see. Leon says he doesn't want to fight him, and if they offer it to him, he won't sign it. I saw he said that on the MMA House today. So bit of a clash coming up, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Leon is gonna find out the hard way.
That is my fear, but maybe Leon feels that with the UK market, he has like a bit of security. Like, you know, no, you disagree.
I mean, we know how these people work. Like, let's not even like,
Yeah,
let's not play any games trying to like pretend that. You know what I
I think
mean?
for Leon, it's like okay, it's
He's only just defended the belt. It's not like he's got like multiple defenses
yeah.
and he can call the shots a little bit. And
And
Colby did
also
come
for
in. Colby did come in and cut the weight and whatnot, do the whole thing. We know how these people are.
and
Like,
yeah, from their perspective as well, it's like Leon, we're trying to give you a money fight. That's how they're gonna look at it. Like you'll make loads of money and you don't want it. Like fuck, So we'll see. But yeah, I mean,
I mean,
clearly they have an interest in Colby fighting for a title.
when does
So
Dana? When does Dana not get what he wants? He's called the shot. You saw the way he said it. It
yeah, yeah.
is
There are
set in.
there are
It's
times when you
set in
speak.
stone. It's set
Yeah,
in
there are
stone.
times when you sort of when you do this gig and you sort of do press conferences and stuff. There are times where you sort of learn to speak Dana. You sort of just get when he's like really adamant about something, and it like recently I feel like Francis ain't coming back, and Colby's getting the next shot. That's the sort of vibe you're getting at the moment. Yeah, swallow it.
Fuck you. See them telling me off for eating on the last episode?
Were you
I was
making a mess?
hungry. What am I supposed to do? Starve? Let's wrap up the main event. But yeah, good
Okay.
trilogy. Yeah, we were just happy that no one got seriously hurt. And
There was a head kick in the second one there.
yeah. What in the second fight?
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
got seriously hurt.
Looks like both came out reasonably unscathed.
What do you do with
Unscathed.
Kamaru now? He's in a bit of a tricky position, right? He's fought everyone at welterweight.
I mean, who has Kamaru not fought in the? Has
Wonder
he
Boy.
fought everyone? Oh, he's fought Jorge. He's fought Gilbert. He's fought
Wonder
Leon.
Boy
Who else is there? Wonder Boy. Who else?
and Belal. Wonder Boy and Belal.
He fought Belal.
No, he hasn't fought those two, I'm pretty sure. Those are the two that like are the ones that were working their way up to a title shot.
I mean, Belal's been calling for a big name.
He's getting Shavkat.
This is true. I like that fight for Belal.
Do you? Interesting.
I do.
I like that fight for Shavkat, I think.
Why?
I don't know. I think Shavkat's got maybe more dynamic wrestling and is a bit more like quick with it, quick with the hands. Yeah, but again, he didn't. It's he his last fight with Jeff Neal. Maybe there is a route to victory, and Bilal looked pretty good in the Sean Brady fight. So
Yeah. Because I feel like
good fight. I like that fight.
Belal will give him a whole lot more resistance than Jeff Neal. You know what I mean?
Well, Jeff Neal hit him a lot, but yeah, I knew when Bilal.
Oh my god, look at these fucking. Get out of my podcast! Hi! Blakamoto and Oscar show. Like and subscribe. I'll take the plug. What were you saying?
I didn't know you were running a brothel. I was saying that when Bilal finished Sean Brady, I was in Abu Dhabi and I turned around and Shavkat was sitting like in the crowd right behind me. And
Mm.
as soon as Bilal beat Sean Brady, I turned around to Shavkat. I went, I bet you fight him next. And he didn't understand me, but I knew.
Yeah,
I knew.
why would you even turn around and say something to him?
Because it's important to speak to the people.
in English, a language he doesn't speak.
I think there's a couple of words. I pointed at him and pointed at Belal. He got
You
the
might as well
mention.
just have pointed at him and been like, "Ni hao," and it would have still
Well,
had the same effect. You know,
yeah,
hello
okay,
in
fine.
Mandarin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it
he
would have still had the
Mandarin?
same
Yeah.
effect because he
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
didn't understand English in the first place. So,
You're right. I tell you what, it was a fun little interaction. He poked holes
oh,
right
was
through
it?
it. Yeah, it was.
But it
We
was
both
fun
enjoyed
for
it.
him too.
Yeah, he loved it. He actually
Oh,
DM'd me. He DM'd me the day after the fight got said, and he
in
was like,
English?
"You said that." Yeah. Well, you went for a translator, but yeah.
Oh, we back. Um, yeah. So
How's
good conclusion to that. I would say, I guess Kamaru isn't a tough spot.
so? Do you know I was in a movie? Have I ever told you that?
What, Pornhub?
No. There's a movie called 4321. Four girls,
When
three
was
days,
this?
two cities, one chance. It was in 2010.
What was your role in the movie?
I was thug number two.
Thug. Show me a photo.
I mean, in 4321.
Thug number two. Let me see you as this thug.
I believe I was what people have known as a roadman.
A roadman.
You know, one of the
Or from the ends.
from the ends, yes. And I had two lines where I said, "What you saying, babe?" And
God.
I want her, fam. So
Oh
if you
my
go back,
god.
yeah, and I mean, even I will admit, if I go back and watch it, I do struggle to get through that bit,
Fucking hell.
but my life could have gone in such a different direction, you know? Could have been. You're gonna have to cut out all this pause though, as I try and find it. Oh, there it is. You ready?
Say it, man. Please don't. You've got plenty of shit couple of days I've had. Yeah? It's about to get worse.
I was the white one.
I saw. Why is your hat like? Oh my god, that was fuck. Oh
Because
wow.
I was the thug, bro.
You're like a fucking the Wish UK version of a chubby Eminem or something.
Chubby? What are you talking about?
I mean,
He's a...
oh okay. Co-main event, violence. Wow, what a fight.
It was good. Honestly,
Didn't you pick Fiziev to win?
I did think Fiziev might out technique him, but then actually Gaethje out techniques Fiziev. Who would have thought?
Wow, and Gaethje's face looked like unscathed. I mean, even though he did take some big shots and use his chin as a weapon, used his chin as a weapon
Yeah.
a little bit.
I really think out of a lot of the main guys, Gaethje is the one who's kind of altered his game the most. You know, like he's really
Patient.
gone away. He's really gone away from that like brawling style. Like he's really dialed it in.
Yeah.
I would prefer if he just went back to the brawling style, but for victories, he's doing well. You know. And him versus Dustin, if they book that a rematch, that's going to be a fucking great fight.
Oh my god.
It has to be 5 rounds, and if they book it for 3, they're fucking dicks.
5 rounds.
Yeah,
All I'm thinking is that is like the piece of themselves that they're gonna leave in the octagon again. You know what I mean? Like you definitely don't walk out of that bout the same person as you walked in, unless you get like a first round KO or something.
But then, if it all gets too much,
And then I saw that post of how like Gaethje has made what 550K from bonuses,
yeah, I did see that.
and then all the comments were like, "Oh my god!" I mean, for
Yeah,
what
I
that
saw
man,
it.
for what that man has given to the sport, and what he puts himself. I mean, let's not go down that road. But what a fight!
I did see about the bonuses, and this is something I've kind of um wanted for a while. Is like when they first did, since they first gave 50%, 50,000 bonuses, the value of that is like 30% less today, you know, because of inflation and stuff. So
Not
I
even
was like,
comparing to that, but comparing it to the growth of the company. It's like peanuts. You know what I mean?
same old story, innit?
Yeah, but let's not beat. Oh, let's not slap a dead horse. Gunnar Nelson looked good after first fight in 3 years. I mean, yeah,
No.
second fight in 3+
Yeah,
years.
I'm hopeful he will get some momentum out of that. I'd like to see him back. Like him beat Barbara Reigns had some good wins, and it like him to do that to him. It
Yeah,
shows
it was
that,
a
like,
very scientific victory. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Took
but
him
it shows he
down.
has.
ABCD choke. I mean, not choke. Triangle. I'm not triangle. Armbar.
How's the final weeks of training going?
Are we gonna gloss over the female belt?
I'd love to talk about it.
Vettori looked sharper.
Yeah, I thought Delite did well in that fight though.
Yeah, but Vettori's got good cardio, and he just looked. Delite slowed down a lot in the second and third.
Yeah,
I thought Delite would at least try and grapple and get it to the ground
yeah.
or
I was
something.
surprised. I was surprised there was no grappling. I really thought that was strange. Maybe Vettori was strong or something, and he didn't want to try it. But I was surprised.
I didn't. Yeah, I think I don't even think Delite is much of like a wrestler per se that would go in and shoot or try and get a takedown. But I think when the fight does get to the ground, he's just so adept there.
Yeah, but
he
also
doesn't
if
try and
you're
force
getting
it there.
hit. Yeah, but having said that, Vettori is obviously notoriously hard to hurt, and I felt like there were times where Delite hit him that Vettori looked visibly like, oh fuck. So that was interesting.
Yeah, true that.
So that was something.
We'll wrap up the fights there and talk about what's coming up next. What were you saying? How's the final weeks of prep as we get ready for victory and no hypotheticals coming from you?
How is training?
It's good. It's good. Oh, it's good. Oh, stress. Nah, as it gets closer, I start to think about the last fight night. I don't know. That last one I think I might put my smartwatch on for this one to see just to see how high my heart rate gets.
Please
because
do.
That last one, like, I don't know. As I was walking out, I felt like I was about to pass out. Just
Yeah.
And then it was a long, 5-round fight too. And then
I hate those ones where it's like, oh my god, 3 more fucking rounds, I can't handle it. I can't remember. I think when Volkanovski fought Islam, it was like the end of the second round. I was like, I can't do this for 3 more rounds. This is so tense.
Bruh. There's gonna be, at least that one was like 1 p.m. or something. It's gonna be midnight again. I don't know, but I guess it's a part of it. We're about to ride this fucking roller coaster. Know what I mean?
How is it? I mean, the camp's been very, very quiet. Obviously, I'm sure there was a reason for that. But your personal feeling.
Just been getting to work, focusing. Huh? What did you say?
You feeling good? Obviously nervous, but
I'm feeling good. Like, technically, we know who the better fighter is. It's just it's a tough challenge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just getting ready to jump on the roller coaster. But
I feel you. Well, on that note, let's call it because I need to go for a pee.
That can't be the outro. You going for a fucking shit.
Okay. Stay golden.
I will poo you later.
I'll chat to you later.